This is a muscle activation workout for the lower body. Standing overhead extension. You want to start with your feet about hip width apart, and you want to go pigeon-toed. So you have about a fist width between, and you can eyeball that. You want your whole body to be upright and straight. You want to interlace the fingers and straighten the arms. If this hurts because of arthritis or other things, other conditions, you can go ahead and just not interlace them quite as far, or you can even stack your hands. The important thing is that your elbows are locked and your arms are straight. So I'm going to interlace my fingers, and I'm going to start coming up. And if this is as far as you can come up before your elbows start to bend, then that's where you want to stop. It's way more important to have straight arms and to be pushing against that than to try to go up further by either arching your back or bending your elbows. So what you want to do is keep those elbows straight and locked. Come up as high as you can, hopefully all the way to vertical. You can keep working on it and it'll get more and more. And you want to look up, so keep your eyes on the hands. And you want to hold this for about 30 seconds. Chair squats. Start with your feet about hip width apart. It can be a little wider if that's comfortable. You want the knees tracking over the toes so everything's in line. And you can put your arms out for support and for balance. And you want to drive your weight back into the heels. Feel like all your weight's on your heels, and in slow motion you want to come down to the seat. And this can be done in a folding chair like this. It can be done on a couch. It can be done on a walker, rollator type walker with a seat. It can be done really anywhere. Okay, and now I'm going to stand up. I'm going to drive through the heels. All of my weight's on my heels right now. Driving up to stand. And you're going to really feel a squeeze here and here. And if that's too hard, you can add a pillow to raise the surface, find a higher chair, or you can even have someone support you. Have someone standing out in front holding your hands, or even behind you holding your back. And I'm going to do it one more time. Back, down to the seat, and through the heels, and up. If you're doing the chair squat and you fail, one thing to consider, if you're coming down and you just flop like that, that's okay, but consider that a failed rep. Don't keep going thinking you're still getting valuable reps. The other thing is, if you're trying to push up and you just can't, you're trying, that's okay. A failed rep with the attempt is more valuable than trying to get a lot of momentum and swinging up like that. You don't want to swing up just to try to get that last rep. If you're failing and you get to that last rep, just really put your mind in the muscle back here and really try, push, and if you can't do it, give it 5-10 seconds. And if you fail, then sit back and feel good about that because you gave a really good attempt. Glute squeezes. This is a really important strong muscle in the body that often gets turned off or deactivated depending on certain functional imbalances in the body. It's really important to turn these muscles back on for mobility, for stability, moving around. So the way to turn it back on is to really put your mind in the muscle and squeeze these butt cheeks as tight as you can together, like you're squeezing a quarter between your butt cheeks. And what that's going to feel like is going to feel like a stretch in your hips. So your hips are going to come forward and you're going to feel like they're rolling out a little bit. And I'm going to over exaggerate this, but it'll feel like almost like your toes want to go duck-footed, like this. As I squeeze, it's going to be coming forward and out. And so that's an exaggeration, but I want you to feel that feeling of your hips coming forward and twisting out, and you're going to squeeze together. Hold as long as you can. And when that gets hard to hold, I want you to do 5 pulses. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Standing hamstring curls. This one, use the back of a chair, use your walker, use some stable surface, can be a countertop as well, and support yourself. And the goal of this one is to really get a good squeeze in the hamstring. So we're going to put all our weight on one leg, and we're going to curl up and really tense this muscle. And it can help to have a nice soft ball put behind the knee, place it there, and then try to crush that ball. And just hold it as long as you can. You're going to really feel it seizing up or cramping up back here. And you don't want it to severely cramp, but you do want to feel that fatigue. Almost like a little Charlie horse forming in the back of your leg. And when you really start to feel that, then you're going to pulse 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to repeat that on both sides. reverse leg raises. This one's similar to the hamstring curl we just did. I want you to hold on to your stable surface for support again, and I want you to now hinge from the hip with a straight leg. So you're coming up like this, all your weight's on one leg, and your other leg is raised. And I want you to hold that as long as you can. Keep your back straight, but do not arch so far that you get pain or strain in your lower back. So nice and upright, hold it as long as you can. And once you start feeling it really good in that glute muscle, then I want you to start pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And repeat both sides. Side steps with side leg raises. This one's really important for this side hip mobility, which in the case of preventing a fall is really, really important. So to do this, we're gonna again hang onto your chair, hang onto your walker. You want some support, this can be a countertop. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna step to the side and you're gonna raise up to the side, set down. You're gonna step to the side, you're gonna raise up, and you're gonna set down. And what your emphasis is here is I want you to have a soft landing with this leg and the knee. So when you do step, don't just have a straight knee and just jam the foot down in any old position. I want you to be very mindful of how this foot is landing softly with a bent knee. And I want it to be very, very methodical how you're putting this down. Otherwise, you can be putting damage and strain on your joints. So very athletic position, bent knee, raise up, set it down very methodically, step again with that bent knee, raise up and down. I'll do one more. Step, raise, and step, raise. This is an exercise for the core that we call cat hairball core squeezes because it sounds like a cat coughing up a hairball when you do it right. So the whole point is you want to inhale fully and diaphragmatically into the belly, and then you want to exhale and force all that air out and vacuum your belly button almost as though your belly button's going to touch your spine. You really want to compress this area. So watch one. I'm going to inhale through my belly, and then I'm going to exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale and exhale. And it can help to keep your hand on the belly so you feel it activating. You want to feel these muscles tightening up when you do this. And last but not least, we're going to do another round of chair squats because we've spent this whole time activating the glutes and the hamstrings and the core and the side of the hips. Now that we have all those muscles activated, we want to come back and do chair squats again. See if it's easier, see if it's harder. In a perfect world, it's going to be easier because you've activated all those muscles. So as you do this workout more, you're going to feel stronger and stronger and find that these last set is easier. So I'm going to show you one more time. Nice and slow. Drive through the heels. Slow down. Drive up. One more time. Down. And